Good morning, YouTube. So this is a progress update on my Psychopsis Mariposa, and let me not start doing that. I want to start the video by saying that there's been no advanced modeling. It was starting to model when I first got it. It was getting the red splotches that most Psychopsis have. And what I've done is I used to either have it centered to the back up under this light, or either just dead center is when it was getting really red. So I've moved it, and now it sits up against there like that. That also helped because those leaves were like hanging over at first. It wouldn't stay up. So yeah, it stays up now on its own, but I had it propped up against there for a while. But anyway, for filming purposes, it's right here. And so those are the two new girls that have always been up front. That's their progress. And then there's the growth in the back, which has always been the biggest growth. And there's the fourth growth, which hasn't made any progress at all that I've noticed. It is still there right up against that biggest growth, but it doesn't appear to be growing. And in my last video I showed you a nubbin where a root was going to branch off, so you can see, and I may have said there were two nubbins, but I think I was only able to point out one on camera. So it did make those two roots. One I hit with my pinky and knocked off, not the complete tip, but just a little bit of it, and I think that's why it stopped growing. And the other one, I guess, just has dried up from being too far above the moss. But the other roots that at least stay near the moss, if not in it or on the plastic, are doing well. They have really long root tips. And then I have some, don't expect these to last long, but because I do take it out of this container, I drench it from the top and I shoot water through the slats on the sides. But yeah, there's a root that I always try to feed through that little space right there. And then these. Yeah, we'll see how long. I'm not going to be looking at the camera. I gotta look at the oh. Yeah, we'll see how long they last. Because I take it out of that container every time I water to make sure I get the moss really saturated. So yeah, that tiny growth, the largest growth, and two that aren't far behind the largest. They might be about the same size, but it's doing well. I've watered it 2 times with tap water, faucet water. One of those times being today, and I did fertilize it with Stay Green, STA green fertilizer. It's the same stuff as Miracle Grow. I looked at it and looked at Miracle Grow, and it had the same amounts of whatever is in there, and it was a cheaper price. I don't fertilize much, so I don't I guess I don't want to spend much on fertilizer. One day, if I get tired of things not doing well, or maybe not seeming that they're doing as well as they should, I'll probably invest in some good orchid fertilizer. But for now, I just fertilized it that one time with the Stay Green, and then the other 2 times it's been thoroughly watered with tap water. Seems to be fine. I don't know how fast it would grow under other conditions, including in a warmer area, but I am keeping it warm in this room. I'll list the temperature and humidity in the description, but I'm trying not to let this room go under 65. And then if the sun comes out, some days it's 70, 75 in here, no matter how cold it is, because of the windows and they're not covered or anything. So yeah, that's the update on Psychopsis Mariposa, and that's a look at the roots and the growths. And yeah, I'll probably keep it off to the side. The modeling has basically stayed the same since I put it there. One thing, no shriveling of the bulbs. With most Oncidium types, when you repot them, of course with this one all I did was add moss, but yeah, usually you have, when they change when their atmosphere changes or whatever, they go through a change, you'll have some shriveling of the bulbs. I haven't had any shriveling of the bulbs. They've stayed exactly the same. Oh yeah, and there's starting to be an opening, if you can see that. Just a little bit of space in there. And I do water from above, so water is probably in there, although probably not too much. But hopefully they won't rot or anything. I do keep the fan going in here 24/7. Even when it's cold and the heater's going at the same time, the fan is always on. I found that's helped a lot since I first started. I no longer worry about mold. All I worry about is how fast things are going to dry out. But yeah, I never get fungus or mold, and hopefully I won't. And that's got to be from the fan. So yeah, thank you for watching. You all have a good day. I'll see you in another month with an update on how this Psychopsis is growing, and if anything new happens, which, yeah, that's all there is to happen, is that it continues growing or not. Thank you for watching. Bye.